and our home team Mustangs. This game will be live streamed on the Sunshine State Broadcasting.
All right, so we're getting ready to bring you the second game of the afternoon. The Mandarin Mustangs, they host the Senator Fletcher's quarterfinal game here of the Gateway Conference. Getting ready for kickoff in this one as we see the Stangs there going through their pre-game rituals. Senators are on the far end of the field. See them, they're making their way back from their warm-ups. I want to say thanks to you for joining us here on Sunshine State Broadcasting. We also have coverage on Den Media. For this, the Gateway Conference Tournament. Mandarin Mustangs versus the Fletcher Senators. Of course, the winner of this game will go on to face the Reball Trojans as they defeated the Andrew Jackson Tigers in the earlier game of this doubleheader. Got by them 22-15. We're talking about a game where the Tigers, the Lady Tigers, were looking prime for the victory, as they had a purple patch in the game where they wrapped up 2 touchdowns and were looking good for the win. But the Trojans, they fought right back and they had their own purple patch. They came away with a victory, 22-15, and will face the winner of this here matchup. Coming right up now, featuring the Mustangs and the Senators. So glad you could join us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for your support as always, as we bring you high school football in our area. Coming to you from the Corral here at Mandarin.
Approaching midfield for the coin toss, captains number 1, Olivia Gamble, and 21, Madeline Willingham. For Fletcher, number 13, Gabby Mendoza, and 15, Finley Schultz. Fletcher has won the toss and has deferred to the second half. Starting at quarterback for the Mustangs, number 0, Cameron Lapsco.
So the Stangs will get the ball rolling here in this Gateway Conference quarterfinal. Caught catch, flag pulled. Last go to Justice Almond there.
Pass complete to number 2, Almond. Mustang first down.
And of course, this Mustang team is unbeaten on the season. They are 9-0. 2-0 in conference play. And the Senators, they are 4-7, 1-3 in district. And that will be eaten up in the backfield there. Sack on Lasco. Now, the Senators are coming off a 6-0 beating of Atlantic Coast just yesterday. While the Stangs, they last played a competitive game last Wednesday, a game that we had for you here on Sunshine State Broadcasting and Den Media. They beat St. Augustine. And the ball fumbled there by Santa McKenzie. Let's go to Amon.
Let's go to Almond again. Fourth down.
And that is a combination that you will see a lot of here tonight.
Declared kick.
Players who know them, they're one another, know each other very well.
Layla Watts with the kick. First down, Senators.
So Fletcher will have their first possession of the ball.
Quarterback for the Senators. Number 2, Demi Peralsi. Paralyzed.
And a beautiful run there.
That run was by number 0, Katie Rookie.
Number
First
0
down, Senators.
for the Senators, making quite a few players miss. And getting the first down for her team. First quarter action here in this quarterfinal matchup in the Gateway Conference between the Mandarin Mustangs and the Senator Fletchers. Here they come again. Toss to number 5. Had the flag pull, and
Flag
there
on
is
the play.
flag on the play.
Pass reception by number 5, Johnson. Penalty is going to be against the Mustangs. That'll give Fletcher a first down, first and goal.
So Fletcher now will have their first sight on the Mustang goal. A chance here to draw first blood, so to speak, for the Senators. In this, the first quarter of this quarterfinal. And here they come. The snap, the throw, incomplete. Not getting it right that time was the Senators. Still within sight of goal, though. Toss caught by number 1, and she takes off, but has the flag pulled. Looks like Caitlin Thomas.
Completed to McCroy. Flag pulled by Thomas.
All right, as we welcome into the booth,
Fourth and goal.
Big James Coleman. First time on air with us here at SSB. And the question always going to be, man, what took you so long?
Oh, man. Traffic, youth sports cross town. Coming here for a good game. This is right. This Mandarin is the team that everybody expects to be able to win Gateway this year. So playing well. Just doesn't look like they're doing very good right here in this first quarter on defense.
Well, early days yet. Very early days. That one almost intercepted there.
Great pressure by number 3, Sanaa McKenzie.
Ball goes over to the
Always gonna be proud of her. That's my goddaughter right there.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, very fast. They got Mandarin's team's got a lot of speed. Number 3, number 44, coming from that Russian spot. They're able to put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. Very athletic team, top to bottom. Good shot by Coach Reed.
Yeah, and part of the reason that why they are 9-0 on the season.
One of the things as the game evolves, there's a lot of good athletes on the girls' side. It's just the quarterback play right now. They're still trying to process and do a lot of different things. Their quarterback at Mandarin, when she's on point, she's on point. Sometimes she throws the ball up a little bit for grabs, but that right there was one example.
Early flag on the play there.
Got a flag on the play, offside by the Senators.
So the first one was overcooked, and this one is undercooked.
Yeah. Well, the one good thing that you can do when you're watching the film is you can go and say, hey, at least you made the right decision. But you get that completed, you see she's right down the middle of the field.
All right. Just tidying up on the execution.
Got the first down and a little extracurricular at the end.
Got a flag on the play. Pass completed to number 14, Taylor. That'll be good for a Mustang first down, depending on the flags. Penalties against Fletcher. Will be first and short.
So nice pass right here. One of the interesting things about girls flag that I found, again, a lot of people are just kind of coming into it, and it's getting big here in the Jacksonville area.
Pass completed to Hewitt.
Is a lot like 7-on-7 on the boys' side. They chop the field up in sections of 20. So it doesn't matter where the penalty happens. If they get that first down, like if it's 1st and 3, all they need is 3 more yards to get a first down. Unlike the boys' game, where it's 10 yards.
10 yards.
Per the last first down. So it kind of keeps the game moving, and it's got to be a little bit of strategy. Got to get big chunk plays.
Right.
Like a big chunk play right there.
And what do you know? All the way to the house.
That's one of their better players. When I'm asking Coach Reed, like, who are some of the girls that you want to look into? Obviously, they've got 2 really, really good freshmen. But number 10 was one of those girls that on defense, she plays corner, but she's also a really good route runner. And they're there. When the quarterback, when she's on point, she's able to do different things like that.
Like right there.
Yep,
that was an excellent throw. Pinpoint.
If she's doing that, tomorrow, like if they win, obviously if Mandarin wins, they'll play Jackson, and Jackson's very athletic. When they play the game.
Reebok.
Oh, Reebok came back and won.
Yep.
Oh,
Reebok
man.
came right back and won it.
Wow, that's an upset right
Yep.
there. Jackson was really one of the more athletic teams. But kudos to Reebok.
That game, I think, was a game that for Jackson to lose, and they found a way to do it.
You know, one of the sayings we have is football is full of idioms that that are no crap Sherlock type things, but it's always funny. It's the good teams find a way to win, and the bad teams will always find a way to lose.
Yep. And I tell you what, that game was heading to overtime with like a little over a minute to go. It was 15-all.
Oh wow,
15-15, and Reebok found a way to win. Yep.
Big point, extra point.
The other thing about the girls' game that's different than the only way the girls 7-on-7, which this is what it is, and difference between the boys 7-on-7. Everybody on their side, everybody is an offensive weapon. In the guys' game, you have a center who's dead. You have obviously the quarterback, so you only have 5 people that you got to defend, but you got 7 that can defend that. With this, the center's eligible. And then the quarterback can actually run. The quarterback can't run in the boys' game. So that's one of the things that have to make this more strategic.
Right.
You can't play man-to-man. You have to play more zone. Oh, that's a good throw right there by Fletcher's quarterback, right just over the linebacker's head at Mandarin.
Pass completed to McCroy, Senator first down.
And, for all those, technical pointers that you make, that you're making there, it does make for an interesting watch. When you speak of how tactical you have to be in girls' flag football.
There's a little contact, and you see like they're doing a more of a bunch formation. So if you're in man coverage, that really the moving and the different things like that can really mess up your synchrony. But like when you also have the quarterback that can run, if all else fails, if you got the best athlete on the field, she's going to always keep you in the game.
Right. And we've seen a lot of that from this Mandarin team. I mean, we've done what? This is our third or fourth game?
Fourth game.
Yeah.
And see that pressure right there
Right,
again by
pressure.
McKenzie. Once she recognized that they weren't doing anything with the sweep, attack right down. Now the quarterback has a decision that she has to make.
And she has long legs. It only takes a couple of strides for her to get there.
Yeah, she's getting top speed.
Yep.
Again, it don't hurt when your dad is one of the few people on this planet who's ran sub 10 seconds in 100. And mom is a Hall of Fame track athlete as well. So he
got the genes.
So dad's in the genes.
Yeah. And that's it.
At the end of the first quarter.
End of the first.
Fletcher 0, Mandarin 6.
And Mandarin's
just got to continue to not play down to the level of their competition. They just got to keep pushing. And obviously, they had a situation where they allowed Fletcher to kind of march down the field basically on Mandarin's help, but they kind of shook into it when they needed to do it. But right now, quarterback just got to do what she just did on that last corner route that she threw. And defensively, they've got 2 plays right here, middle of the field. The coach is going to more than likely go for it on back-to-back downs, even if they don't get the third. But they just got to play discipline. And really, one of the things that I always tell people, you got to stop playing with your food. They have literally had the games that we've covered. It's been like this. They score, and then they shoot themselves in the foot. And then it comes down to the wire.
Absolutely. And they've been able to pull them off. But like you said, you can't keep doing that.
Yeah, because even with Jackson, they kept Jackson around. They kept Bowles around. St. Augustine had some really, really good athletes, but they kept them around. And it just comes down to it's exciting when you're watching it. But when you can probably beat most of the teams you're playing by 2 to 3 scores, you want to be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, the one good thing in this game is that their noses are up. They got the lead. Like you said, it's just now maintaining that pressure, doing the right things, and putting daylight between you and your opponents.
Good throw right there by Fletcher. Keeping everything in front of him. Now you got 4th and short. You're gonna probably bring that that double blitz.
Interception. 4th down.
You need to stop right here. You get a stop right here and you get a score. That makes it very difficult for Fletcher to be able to come back.
You're right.
Fletcher knowing they only got a couple yards to get, they're going to get in that tight bunch. They could either run it or they could just do a quick dump pass.
That's it. Oh.
Again, I think as the girl game kind of evolves and they kind of get used to playing more, there's no need to throw it 100 miles per hour right there.
Yeah, just toss it.
You can really just toss it. You've seen Patrick Mahomes and those guys, they'll do all the scrambling and they'll just flick it.
Right. You
want it to be a catchable pass for your girl to be able to make it. That would have been a huge conversion for them. But like now, you're giving Mandarin the ball over halfway middle of the field. And they've got a lot of different things that they can do right here, but they don't even have to go the full 20 yards to be able to get that first down.
Right.
Right there. Good throw right there. Again, that quarterback composed, threw it to Gamble. One of them, again, another girl who could take it and get up the field. But just as I try to tell a lot of guys, even in the youth game, on the boys' side, middle of the field is the easiest completion. Like when you're going on the outsides, that's very difficult. It needs timing. You need to have arm strength. But if you can keep as much of the game in front of you, you're going to win a lot. And even just the way these defenses are, if they're bringing 2 rushers, somebody's going to be open in the middle of the field.
That sounds like the old adage: the shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
Yeah. Right there, Fletcher was able to get a sack. They were able to get a sack. Quarterback, when she's rolling out, you got to know what you're doing. If there's nobody there at the end of your rollout and this can go ahead and run, that means everybody's covered. You got to be able to take advantage of that zone. But again, I know a lot of these girls are still getting used to the game of football, still very, very new to the area, but it's a lot of excitement with what the Jags Foundation is doing. And a lot of people, they're bringing a lot of attention to girls flag football.
Right. That was a good throw. So
now Mandarin's in a 4th down situation. 4th and short, you can run it, you can toss it. They're in a similar situation to where they had just put Fletcher in.
Right. But like you mentioned, it's a matter of having that IQ to see the plays and to know where you are and exactly what's available to you.
There you go. Like, that's perfect right there. Wow. She took advantage. One safety went over to the far side of the field. You had one of your best players one-on-one. She wins that situation knowing that they're in zone. Just throw the ball. It's a us or nobody ball. If you're in completion, it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be turnover or downs anyway. Yep. So you went on ahead and pushed them vertical. Girl made a great catch. Great play right there.
But like you said, we mentioned before, Lasco, when she gets it right, she gets it right.
Yeah. Right now she's doing very, very well.
Yep.
The energy that she's giving right now, if they would have had this a couple other games, it would have been a blowout. But right now she's, they call it peaking. So if you want to peak at the right time, what better time to peak than to show that you're the best in the city?
And there she goes again. Did it? No.
Yeah. She had the right decision. The execution was lacking.
Yeah.
Like throw it to the back of the end zone. Your girl had her beat. But again, they got to get those the extra points when you're especially when you're playing against a good opponent. But they keep applying the pressure, get one more touchdown, and this game is going to be a tough road to hold for Fletcher to be able to come back.
Right. And again, not to belabor the point, but you're talking about a 4-7 Fletcher against a 9-0 Mandarin. What you would expect that Mandarin is able to run their plays pretty comfortably.
when you get opportunities like this, yeah, especially when they had an extra game to be able to do stuff, you want to be able to get up and then just start working on things to get better.
Right.
So, again, that's 44 right there who got the tackle for loss. She's fast. They run that sweep right there. You got to be able to make sure that ball that the handoff is secure.
And players there is slow to get to her feet.
Feet got tangled up.
So Mandarin leads by 2 touchdowns. Fletcher now with the ball. That's going to be incomplete.
That pressure is starting to get to the quarterback, combined with knowing that they're down a little bit. You need a play. This is where, again, a lot of people don't, and I think more women might start liking the 11-man game more because you're starting to learn about what causes pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You want to win. You've got somebody screaming down your face. Now imagine, mama, when your son's coming to you talking about there's a person that can hit him.
Yeah.
It's scary in this game, too. Those girls are moving fast.
Let's see what she does with this one. There she goes again.
Now, what Coach Reed and those guys got to do at Mandarin is they've got to be careful because as she's rolling out, there are 2 girls that are screaming deep. That if she's able to throw it, should be able to hit it.
Well, I guess they won't worry if she keeps throwing like that because that was back-to-back throws that were basically below the knees.
So Fletcher's going to do their version of punting in this game. They can they can elect to kick it, and they can elect to return it. Right now, Mandarin's again another drive with great field position. They're in good position right now to be able to score.
And of course, for every score that they achieve in this game we're pushing Fletcher back, not just from a scoring perspective, but when you have a team that's not doing well, for every time that they fall behind, it knocks the wind out of them.
Knocks the wind out of them. Also has to change your strategy.
Yeah.
So you effectively have eliminated the running game from out of it because now if they score here, you've got to score quickly. Another good throw right there.
And a good catch.
Good run. She can still go. That's one of the coolest things I see with girls' flag is when they drop their hips.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes it hard to be able to grab
pull the flag.
Yeah. And it's a penalty if you grab their shirt. You can only grab the flag. You can't grab and hold. Quarterback's doing a great job again of just keeping everything in front of her. And when she needs to make the outside, the deep throw, she's being able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So as the guys say, she's in a bag right now. So yeah.
Not a bad throw. Probably a little bit high.
Pass broken up by Gonzalez.
I think they were trying this. They're trying to set up this trick play that they have. That if it hits, it's gonna go well. So good throw. Better catch.
Pass completed to Almond. 3rd down.
So it kind of goes back to what you were saying. They're just working on stuff right now. So like,
yeah,
they've only been stopped one drive this game. And again, I would put that on Mandarin stopped themselves on it. So now you could just continue to keep working on stuff and just treat it like it's another practice. Because the winner of this game, if Mandarin wins, then they host Reball here tomorrow night.
But, you know, what a luxury it is to be able to practice the plays in game.
Yeah. Yeah, see right there.
There you go.
That's just practicing. There was a lot more went into that than what was necessary.
Right.
But you're able to show a rollout girl opening the back of the end zone when you really could have just snapped it and just reached over the line. But this is a lot different than the other 3 games that we've covered with Mandarin. Mandarin's playing pretty dominant. They're moving the ball at will. Fletcher, outside of that first drive, really hasn't been able to show any life.
Right. But like you said before, with some of those games, especially the close ones where you're winning the game off the last play, you learn from that. And as you were saying, you made the point, you don't want that to become your modus operandi where every game you're in the same situation.
So, like right there, quarterback just runs the ball into the end zone. It's very difficult to defend that. You've got everybody defending. You brought pressure, and they were still able to roll outside of that and be able to get it. It's difficult to defend.
So we know one thing for certain now is that the wind is out of the sails of Fletcher, and their response from here on in is going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, Fletcher's got to do something to be able to calm the quarterback down. Obviously, 44-3 are going to bring a lot of pressure from the blitzer, whether they bring 1, whether they bring 2. She's got to be able to sit back there, let her receivers get open, and then just chunk the ball down the field. They've got to if they can figure out a way in these next 4 minutes to get a score and not let Mandarin score again, they'll come back out at half and they'll have a chance to just be able to whittle down that lead. Yeah, but if they get stopped with more time, then that's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. And I mean, that tactic that you mentioned just now is way easier said than done when you speak of the athleticism of the Mandarin players, because they're on you in a flash.
Like right there, but then that's dangerous. But that's almost what they have to do. But just don't throw it to to Mandarin. She doesn't she puts just a little bit less air in there. Her guy player's able to catch that, but that could have been pick 6. You gotta that's where we gotta start telling Coach Reed to being soft on those girls. He's got to make those girls do 10 push-ups right there. You got to have that.
Yeah. That's it. They're straight in front of her, but immediately into traffic.
So right now, if Fletcher's not able to figure it out how to get this first down right here, they're going to punt it, and they're going to give Mandarin the ball with just over 2 minutes left in the game. I mean, left in this half.
Right.
Which is plenty of time to be able for them to score again. And looking at a lot of the scores in the Gateway right now, this is probably one of the more dominating performances as of right now.
But you didn't mention it. It's coming from the favorite.
Yeah.
So.
And they just got a sack.
With the flagpole.
They're already getting more. They're getting more girls in there that we haven't been in our coverage been able to see because the games have been a lot tighter. So this means the girls are going to be a little bit more fresher tomorrow. And again, as Mandarin, if they win and continue to go, they'll be the favorite to beat Reball tomorrow.
So the Gateway Conference, Sunshine State Broadcasting and Den Media bringing it to you. Quarterfinal matchup. The Mandarin Mustangs versus the Senator Fletchers. The winner of this game will go on to face Reball tomorrow. Courtney Wallace here alongside James Coleman Bringing this one to you here on this rather cool Tuesday evening.
Good punt. Field it.
First down, Mustangs.
Mandarin with another short field here. Gonna definitely try to put the ball inside the rectangle again here, and so that they can get up. They'll be up
25.
pretty tough. That'd be 4 scores.
Yep.
Two-minute warning.
Fletcher's going too high safety now, so they're going to take that deep. She's got plenty of time.
They should probably have too much time.
Yeah. At that point, once you're there, you got to run. That's again one of the
just take off.
Yeah, just take off.
Yep.
Get as much yards as you can get. Because again, where Mandarin has the ball, they're still able to get a short first down to be able to get them to put them within the last 20 yards. There's no need for you to take a deep shot here when you got plenty of time. Because again, one thing that you can do here that could mess you up is you could throw that interception and then now you're in a bad spot.
Right. I guess that comes down to decision making, being able to make those decisions on the fly. But we see it very often, though, in football where, the quarterback sometimes in the moment gets cold.
Yeah. They're only bringing one perfect. That was just too hard.
Just too hard, too high.
But she did have the person there.
Yep.
With that defense, the way that they're playing, but again, it's interesting. Again, some of the different defenses that you'll see. Some of them don't translate very well to the 11-man football game. But as I've seen in this short amount of time doing 7-on-7, there are offenses that you can only do in the girls' game, offenses that you can only get away with. But right now, how far back they are, all that quarterback has to do is pick which one she wants to throw to.
Mm-hmm.
But again, kept it in front of her. That's Gamble right there with another catch. But again, she doesn't even have to run the slant. Really, Gamble can just take a step and receive the ball and then be able to get upfield if Fletcher's going to stay in this defense.
But what I noticed with that throw, though, I think she threw it with the same intensity as she always does. She throws it one way.
That's very true. She's consistent.
Yeah.
So plenty of time right there. Again, probably too hard there.
Too low.
But she's got plenty of people open. But I'll give her, where you critique, you have to be able to give them credit. Give them credit. Mm-hmm. She's keeping it in front of her. Yeah. She's not trying to make throws that she doesn't feel confident in. She's throwing the ball right where she needs to go, and she's doing a good job today.
And I guess that's the play they started out running. So, she didn't bother to stop to look at anything else. She just went for it.
While we're waiting here on this timeout, make sure you guys are on the Den Media Group channel. Make sure you take a stop real quick. Go over to Sunshine State Broadcasting. You guys get to 1,000 yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, we got to give my guy over to get him over that 1,000-yard mark, 1,000 subscriber mark. Tons of content on there, especially if you like live broadcasting of high school games. You're going to do a lot of good things here in the fall.
That is for
right
sure.
there is what you did not want. Luckily, there was a flag pull there. She forced the pass, but that could have been a pick six, and that would have changed the entire game for the Fletcher Senators.
Right.
Interception, Fletcher.
But we mentioned earlier about Mandarin taking advantage of what they have in front of them. So far, they've been doing that. So now they can afford to make some mistakes. You don't want to see them, but this is the game. It happens.
Right.
So if something like that was to have happened, I don't think they'd have been overly worried about it.
But just a coachable moment.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you want. But like right now, you see the defense still playing at a high level. Probably had an opportunity to be able to get an interception return to favor right there.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll go into the half up by 4, but 3 scores. You can still they can score and get a 2-point conversion each time and still win this.
Right.
But it's going to be tough for Fletcher. They got to go to the drawing board. They cannot move the ball offensively. And Mandarin is the only team that's stopping Mandarin currently is Mandarin.
That is true.
Now score at the halftime. Fletcher 0, Mandarin 19.
And that's the half. Hey, I want to say thanks to you all for joining us, whether you're watching on Sunshine State Broadcasting or you're on Den Media. You heard James just now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment.
Our concession stand is open. They have hot dogs, nachos, chips, and drinks.
Oh, they have extremely short half times. I did not realize that.
This game
5
is
minutes.
also live streamed on Sunshine State Broadcasting and Den Media.
There you heard it in the background. That's the partnership that we're building. Sunshine State Broadcasting, SSBJax.com, and Den Media.
We'll have a lot of games coming up here over the summer and during the fall right now getting reps. I am not the normal person. We definitely will have Jairus Papa J here. I am respecting his crown. His job is a lot harder than what people probably even give him props for. But we will have all Mandarin football games in the fall. We'll have a few other schools as well. If you've seen Mandarin's schedule in the fall, they've got one of the most exciting players in the nation in Bryson Wright that is a member of that team, B5, as well as Knox Annis, who's a 4-star quarterback. His commitment's coming up soon. Tons of talent on that roster. But they play Douglas MacArthur on ESPN. We'll have our version of the stream as well because we will stream all of Mandarin Athletics, but it'll be on ESPN. The first game of the season on Friday night. We have the big matchup in the Graveyard. If you like Duval County sports and you want to see some guys that you may see on a Sunday one day, Mandarin versus Rings is going to be absolutely nuts.
That's a blockbuster right there.
We got a couple of those guys are coming with me up to Nashville for the 707 Battle National Championships. But they've got a young man. I don't know his real name. I just know him as Little Man. His dad, Little Man Morgan. His dad Silas is amazing. Little Man's going to probably be the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation next year. Along with they got a young man Scooter, and they've got tons of other talent over there at Reigns. Huge shout out to what coach has been able to develop over there at Reigns, and that pride. That's going to be an atmosphere unlike anything that you've seen. Probably closer to South Georgia, is what you would see with that. But Mandarin's got those games like that. You still got the St. Aug matchup, Nice, Ponte Vedra. There's going to be tons of really, really good schools on that. So if you're not a friend of the channel, either channel, you want to subscribe so that you can be able to check out those. And again, we'll have high school football on either channel going every Friday night, and obviously sometimes Thursdays with the schedule and add into different things. But even over the summer, July 11th here at Mandarin High School, if you want to see some elite 7-on-7, it's going to be the Florida-Georgia Showdown that we will have. We'll stream in conjunction with Snipback. That'll be one of our sponsors. But it's going to be, right now we have Gainesville High School out of Georgia. We have Creekside High School out of Georgia. And we're picking up more and more. But I know the Florida teams that are up for the challenge are obviously Mandarin, Reigns, St. Augustine High School, Florida High out of Tallahassee, Tampa Bay Tech, Tallahassee Lincoln, Modern Day High School out of Miami, and then we're trying to find a couple other ones. But it's going to be a really good day. It's going to be the Florida Georgia Classic, where we'll be up here all day, and the winner is going to come up with a cash prize that Did Media Group and MFTK Foundation are backing. So, if you're listening to this broadcast and you got some guys in Georgia, or you got some teams that want to squabble, come on down. We're gonna get after it, but it will be open to the fans for people to be able to watch some of the next best prep high school guys. So you want to come and check it out. One of the things I want to do in these next few years is increase the amount of attention and amount of fan support that the local high schools get here around here, and be able to put that out there, because these young men and women are doing a great job. And Mandarin High School is one of those schools that I happen to believe in, with Principal Bravo and Rado, our athletic director. They're doing some the hires, and then the amount of support that they've been giving the sports programs here in my 5 years of being around it has been second to none. So that they run it almost like a little mini junior college. So I got to keep getting it.
Yeah, I mean, back to your point of, the high school athletes around the area and how well they're doing. I mean, we cover a lot of high school sports, and we see some incredible athletes playing big man ball, whether it's football or basketball. And, we've seen talent coming through on flag football, just about every sport. And, we're just happy to be a part of it, to be able to bring it.
Mm-hmm.
And create a fan base so people can actually watch, because, for a lot of high schools, it's almost like playing behind closed doors.
Right.
We're trying to change that culture.
And the city is very, there's a lot of excitement in the city, even with this girls flag. I want to give props again to the Jaguars Foundation. They do big girls flag. There's a lot of our girls around this area with like Jags Fusion, Jags Elite. They get a chance to go play in some of these national tournaments, and they are putting it out there on a high level. I do know myself and Kobe Wright with the MFTK Spartans. We're gonna dip our toe in there next year with some girls flag on 5-on-5 and 7-on-7. And again, some of these girls that are on this field right now are going to be some of the girls that we're going to help showcase, and again, trying to get them in the NIL space as well.
Will start with the first possession.
All right, so you heard it there from James himself. A lot of big things in the making, so you want to stay tuned, stay in touch with Den Media and Sunshine State Broadcasting as we make it happen, and we make it happen big. As we get back to the game. All right. So the Senators will get the third quarter rolling.
Got a few yards on that sweep.
And of course, they have their work cut out for them. They trailed this game by 19.
Going with the run, second down.
So, James, if you were on the sidelines of the Fletcher, the Senators, coming into this half, what would be the instructions?
Well, we're going to try to attack what the weakness is for Mandarin. We're going to try to get right in the middle of that field. But not like right now, there's a girl wide open. If she's able to dump it off to the right, that's the only thing you can do is attack their zone. And but knowing that you've got a girl who's bringing tremendous pressure there, so you've got to be able to do something to slow it down and be able to make the decisions a lot faster. But the bigger joke would be that's easier said than done, Coach.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Because then you got to remember, for everything you're planning, Mandarin has all the plans.
They definitely, it definitely seems like that right now. So like right there, that was a good, quick decision. Decisive, got the first down. Don't try to get all the points. You want to take some of the time off the clock, but you have to score. The most important thing right now is them. They have to score right now.
But I tell you what, there's one way to score in football. One way only is to be in possession of the ball.
Yeah.
They have the ball right now.
And they just got to march. You just got to keep marching down the field.
Advancing the ball.
So quarterback got caught being greedy.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking to them, shout out to Mackenzie again. Now also again big goddamn moment right now. She's wearing the battle sponsors our MFTK Spartans team. You know, I had to sneak a pair of cleats for my for my goddaughter so she could be out there fly. They ran a trail concept, which I don't know if they know what that is, but they ran a post and they ran a wheel route right behind her. And if the quarterback would have just dumped it off to that wheel route, it would have been very difficult. That's where the weakness is.
Yeah. And then, of course, you don't want to stand in front of Mackenzie.
Yeah,
you don't want to hesitate in front of her. Here she goes again.
So if what they're trying to do again, they're trying to take 5 deep, the safety's not going over the top to help.
Third down.
So that's not good in the zone. Like cover 2, you have to keep everything in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But if that girl is rolling out and she can get that corner to stay a little bit, she just dumps it off and hope for the best. But right now they got to get a lot of yards in 2 downs.
Not impossible, but at the rate things are going, it's a tall ask.
So right now it's looking like if this is what they're showing, Mandarin has to be in some sort of cover 3 right now. Yep. So you can't make that throw. That was still – it wasn't a smart decision, but it almost worked. But that should not have happened right there. For those who don't know, cover 3 is basically you've got three people have deep thirds. So the one corner, while she's backed up, she doesn't let anybody get deeper than her on the left side. Corner on the right side doesn't let anybody get deeper than her. Not center. The safety has the center of the field. That gives you your cover 3 concept, and those other guys, their job is to make sure they keep the middle of the field open. So real easy way to find out what coverage somebody's in and break it down. Oh, okay.
Just gonna hang on there. Yeah, of course, it's never easy catching a ball that's coming over your shoulder.
Okay. Incomplete. Gonzalez on the coverage. Second down.
Sacked.
Now, one of the things they don't want to do is start lowering down. They need to keep the pace up because they're still a young program. This is Coach Reed's. Technically, he's been an assistant in the program, I think, since it started. But this is his first full year as a head coach. He ended last season as the head coach, and I believe they won districts. But he's got to continue to push these girls to be able to finish the drill and not rest on their laurels. They got to be able to keep pressing.
And that was a good throw there. Good throw, good catch. Yes, one of them things in sports where you just don't look at the scoreboard.
No, you just got to keep running. Like we were talking about, running. You have to run your system and what works for you.
Yeah.
Because again, you got to keep getting better.
Exactly.
They're still a young team. The quarterback I think she's a junior. Most of your key players are underclassmen. Outside of Gamble, I think she's a senior. It's funny again. She's been a part of the football program. Her dad is one of the coaches at Mandarin as well.
So she's got it in the genes also.
Like right there, she just took off. That's all right. But again, when you look at it, they're walking back, you got two. Wide receivers hate when that happens on any level. When they're walking back and they're talking, did you see anybody around you? I didn't see nobody around me. Why she didn't throw me the ball? But, I got to then you have to still educate them on the fact that, yes, you are open, but there's a lot of other things that go into you being able to get the ball.
Right.
I tell my baby boy, he's 7. He's like, I'm open. Like, yeah, but you're 30 yards down the field. Like, one, you probably not catching that ball if it's thrown hard enough to get to you, but also the quarterback can't get it to you.
Right.
So, all right, there she goes. Smart. And this is good. This is good ball. She's moving it forward. Third down, third and very manageable.
With the scramble.
If you don't feel comfortable, don't force it. Just do what you're doing.
And she seems to have a good pair of legs also, because she took off there and she was gone.
Yeah.
So 3:43 to play in the third. Still Mandarin's game. Haven't had a score in this third quarter. They won't mind.
Schultz with the flagpole. 4th down, declared kick.
All right, this is the first time that Mandarin's had to do that. Get some good practice for the playoff run. There'll probably be some times when you can't move the ball like you want it to.
Watts with the kick. First down, Fletcher.
So now Fletcher will have the ball again. And yet another chance to do something. Because they have not been able to get downfield so far in this game. And there's no way you're going to score points if you're not getting down the field.
Definitely not optimal. There you go. That's what the quarterback's sitting there in the pocket, dialing it up, throwing it. Tough catch, but that's about the only way they're going to be able to do it. Get chunk yardage.
Second down.
You get into where you're only going to have 13 and a half minutes left in this game very shortly to be able to come back and pull something off.
And like you said, for every minute that ticks by, it becomes a taller order.
Good pressure, good catch again. But again, you see they're lacking. You had a nice little post up at the top on to the Fletcher quarterback's right.
Third down.
But that quarterback's getting that pressure on her, so she's having a hard time seeing that. You just have to hope that she continues to not see that. Because again, as wild as it sounds, it's really one quick score could really put Fletcher. It's not insurmountable to lead.
Right.
Mandarin's had the ball twice on offense and hasn't been able to pull it off. That's kind of made this game still winnable. But again, they're doing a lot of cross action. The quarterback, if they come back to this running back out of the backfield leaking out on the wheel route, that's going to be something that can kind of hit them.
First down, Senators.
Well, the one good thing is that they haven't turned the ball over. They've been holding on to it in this play, in this possession rather.
Good first down there. They're going to call grabbing the jersey.
Our score at the end of the third quarter. Fletcher 0, Mandarin 19.
So 3 in the bag. And so far it's been all Mandarin. And that's pretty much because, like, as you said, James, Fletcher has not been able to put anything together. Anything sustainable, that is.
No. And this drive right here is the most life that they've had. Be interested to see how they can finish this drive off.
Well, one thing is for certain, they need to finish it off with a score. Like you said, to stay in the game or to give them any hope, even a glimmer of hope of mounting a comeback.
It'll be first and goal, Fletcher.
Games go a lot faster when you're on. When this is the 3 games that have been a lot closer. The referees have policed it a little bit more and made it go a lot longer. I haven't been. This will be my first girls' flag game that I've been to. That's only an hour. It's just a little over an hour. So.
Yeah.
Great grab. Nice. Again, attack that middle of the field.
There you go.
Hold on, man. Maybe we need to kill the broadcast. Maybe the guy was listening. Maybe the guy was listening to the broadcast, man. Rolled out, but you still in a cover 3 in that defense that should not have been able to happen. The young lady got to come down a little bit harder on that. So, Fletcher's coach, just don't be greedy. Take the 7. You score 2 more times to get the conversion. You're
back in it. Yep. But, from up here, just looking at the Fletcher girls, they seem to have good height on them. So you just don't understand why, some of those throws, some of those plays, and usually height means athleticism, but they just haven't been able to use any of that to their advantage.
I figured they were going to the top. That was the right call. Good defense, though.
It's broken up by Taylor.
I don't think the defensive call might have been a little bit different, but it was good. Good overall defense.
But also for Fletcher, on this particular drive, you could see more intent. You could see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That they were definitely trying to do something, not just, hoping something would happen, but they definitely were going for something.
And that's the cool thing about sports. A lot more confidence right there on that drive. They were just going down the field. Girls were running routes confidently, going up and making a couple good catches. And that's not what Mandarin is doing right now.
Yep.
But right now, again, you have number 10 that's streaking down the middle of the field.
And that right there, I think, was a good pressure from Fletcher. I mean, they were much quicker in closing in on the quarterback. And that's what I'm saying. They seem to have some speed, but why, as to why it doesn't seem to manifest itself more in the game is anybody's guess.
So now Mandarin's in a situation where they got to kind of tighten up, get this first down, take some time off the clock.
Well, they actually need this first down to get out of that spot they're in right now.
3rd and long, or they're going to have to do another punt, which would be 3 straight turnover on down possessions. Plenty of time. Good throw. Oh, no. Not what you want. Tip ball, interception.
And just like that, there's a momentum shift.
Interception, Fletcher.
Now
First
things
down,
are going
Senators.
the Senators' way. But at 6:19, they now need to capitalize. Because on this drive, they'll start in a very good field position. You just need to move that ball.
Nice throw. You gotta have that's another interception that you gotta be able to have.
Yep.
You're in the position. You gotta finish it.
And you know what? It was telegraphed. You saw it coming.
Good pressure there. Man, but again,
And that
found
was
the person
yeah.
wide open.
If only she could have
But that pressure
tightened
coming
it. Yep.
from Sanaa, from McKenzie, coming to the side that she wanted to throw, made that a difficult throw.
Right.
They got 2 downs right now to be able to get it first. See, they're still in that. All right, bringing the pressure. Right there again.
Oh, picked off.
So telegraphed.
Yep. Beautiful interception there.
So what's happening is they went away from what they just went to,
right?
And they got greedy. If they would have just done what they just did the play before, it would have still been a tough throw because you still have McKenzie coming off that side too, where she's blitzing. But that girl would have been open.
Yeah.
But with that pressure, forced a bad pass, and this is where you're at right now. It would have been a great opportunity for Fletcher to be able to score, and then now you're putting the pressure on Mandarin.
Mandarin, yep. Yeah, that pass should have gone to the outside instead. And like you said, they saw it coming, and they just prepared and did what they needed to do.
McKenzie with the run.
And you can say from all the way up here and see the speed.
Oh yeah, it's funny because if this was tackle, I'm not hitting her. Like she's getting the top speed pretty quick. But again, she's got some situations. She's trying to keep it in front of her. Dangerous throw, but they're not seeing that.
Patterson under coverage.
She's got to follow the corner.
Right.
So where is it? 1, 2, 2. So Fletcher's running basically a similar defense as well. Their corner isn't staying deep. It's bad eye discipline, and she's following the post or the slant. But her job is to stay deeper than the deepest person on her side. That's somebody else's job. So great catch.
Wow. Brilliant.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant.
With the reception. First down, Mustang.
But you know something though, James? If you keep doing one thing over and over, you are going to get it right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's been happening with this quarterback. Cameron Latsko.
Right there. There you go.
Go again. Yep.
That was good. Smart.
Latsko
got rid of the ball fast, too.
And like I said, with her, When that ball is coming at you, you better be prepared to catch it.
Oh yeah, it's zipping it.
Oh yeah. So once again, I want to say thanks to you for those of you who are watching the stream, whether you're on Sunshine State Broadcasting or you're on Den Media. Just be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend that there's tons of high school sports coming to both networks. I guess both channels. We're now forming a network.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in the fourth with 5:22 to play. Mandarin with the ball. Lasco.
There you go. Gotta get the
Zip
first
that
down.
pass. Whoa.
They didn't give it to her. Oh no, somebody gave it.
Pass completed to Almond.
All right, she got the first down.
Yeah. Just
First
I'm
down,
under the
Lasco.
catch. I think Lasco has grown in confidence as the game has gone on. And here she goes again. Now she takes off like you've been asking her to.
Yep. Just keep running. Like that's the one thing. There's a flag somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's go with the run around the
She
the
felt
left
she
end.
felt the pull.
Second down.
Yeah, try to tell a lot of them you cannot anticipate the flag pull. Just
Yeah.
keep running.
Flag
Just keep running.
flag.
Mhm.
The referees are gonna they're gonna blow the whistle.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Reed's got a lot of young ladies excited about playing flag right now. Again, so I always brag about you got number 3 Mackenzie out there.
He stepped off
Her
against the
sisters are like all
Mustangs.
over the field, just running around. They can't wait to be Mustangs. So,
Oh wow.
you know,
We play first
it's
down.
one of the good things that Mandarin does is has a great job of doing it with coaches that can make people where kids can visualize themselves playing
Right.
here in a few years. So you know, with the streams, with a lot of the other different support, and again with good administration as well as that can help a coach want to stick around. They can actually build something here. And most of the coaches that are here at Mandarin just want to win. So,
Right.
late pass. Can't be late. Can't be late and behind.
Pass broken up by Chavez. Second down.
But let me ask you though, on that play, the receiver would have felt the defender coming on her, wouldn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So do you step forward now, anticipating that the ball is coming, she's coming? Do you step forward so you don't get tackled?
No, I mean with that one right there, you got to hope the quarterback. There you go. Well, tip drill worked in our favor on that one right there. Again, just free game.
Almond with the reception.
We do not want to throw the ball behind and across our body. That's just not optimal unless you're Patrick Mahomes. But it worked. Sometimes that's one of the worst things to do in coaching is to hear a person say, "But it worked," because now we have to counteract that. Ooh.
But you also know that fortune favors the brave, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So you got a player down. Okay, she's up on her own power.
Yeah.
Always good to see
the collisions.
Yep.
In the girls' game, sometimes it's not always fun.
Because I mean they're going full tilt.
Oh, nice Like, I gotta save that
Wow.
clip. The pass pro that McKenzie just did right there is textbook for an outdoor game. Like, if we,
Touchdown,
like, if we had
Mustangs.
an instant replay for this go around, I'd be like, yo, why? She literally made the girl have to. She set her ground, made the girl run into her, and then she just bounced off.
Mm.
But quarterback made a good play, and now the game is basically out of reach.
Pretty wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got 2:59 to go in the fourth. Yeah.
All right.
Although, you know, as commentators, we're asked never to do that, you know, but
yeah,
overthrown.
And again, she's also not looking at the field. Easier throw wide receivers over there doing jumping jacks. There's nobody covering me right now, like at the line. But if she listened to what the coach said, then that's where she went where she was supposed to be.
Yeah. And again, she's done more things right in this game than she's done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point in time, we can safely say we're looking forward to a Mandarin Revolt semifinal tomorrow.
Yeah, we could pretty confidently say that right now.
Like that, Fletcher will not pull off a Revolt this evening. And once again, I want to say congrats to Revolt on an excellent win. A game that was, they pretty much snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah. And Jackson again gave Mandarin everything that they wanted up until the end. I believe did it end on a pick six by Mandarin? But I know they actually had the lead at one point. But again, when we talk about when Mandarin's quarterback is dialed in, man, she's tough to beat.
Yeah.
I believe she threw like 4 or 5 interceptions that game. But if she comes in and she plays the way that she's playing right now with Fletcher,
final score:
I guess they
Fletcher Senator 6, the Mandarin Mustangs 25.
That's good win for Coach Reed and Mandarin Mustangs, who again remain undefeated.
Tomorrow,
Yep, that's 10-0.
Mustangs will be taking on the Revolt Trojans in the Gateway Conference Tournament semifinal game here at 7 o'clock. Hope to see everyone here.
So there you heard it. It's Mandarin versus Revolt tomorrow. And I'm sure, you know, Revolt will be fired up the way they won their game today. They'll be fired up to come in here and see if they can upset the apple cart.
Yeah, one of the fun things to be able to say is when people didn't think you could beat Jackson.
Yep.
And you did.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps. And if you could do something once,
yeah,
you can do it twice.
Do it again. Yeah.
The key is does Mandarin want to continue to push down and do the things that they're doing and continue to build something? It should be a fun run for them. They keep winning. If a lot of people, if people had to kind of pick their Gateway Conference championship, it would be Mandarin Paxton this Friday, and those would be two of the better programs in the area. Not named Nice. Nice, Bartram Trail, or Ponte Vedra, which again, those are 3 schools in St. Johns County that everybody considers some of the best schools. But Coach Reed in his first year, they played discipline on defense. They haven't really given up a lot of points. They've scored enough because at the end of the day, as my coach used to say in college, if the other team don't score, we win. And I think that's the mindset that they've got to continue to adapt. I would just like to see them make more plays, more interceptions, and you're good, baby. And then we continue to again just win. A Gateway Conference championship would be a great way to great feather in the cap for Coach Reed's first full season, official season as a head coach at Mandarin.
All right. Well, so there you have it. We're going to wrap this one up. James, as always, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
We got you on the microphone and on cameras. Finally,
not Jairus Papa J, but we're gonna do again. That's the broadcasting team. And again, what we're gonna try to do in the fall, we're gonna make this. We'll have multiple camera angles. It's gonna be an event, and then again, just Mandarin is the school that we're doing a lot of these things with, but we'll have other schools that we'll partner up with. And again, trying to bring you the best high school sports coverage in the area.
But also to just to let people know that we do have the capacity to do all of that that you just mentioned. But I'd also like to make an appeal to students out there, especially students who are in communication. You want some internship hours.
Let's
You
get
want to
you some
learn
reps.
Yeah, you want to learn some broadcasting. Come on in, talk to us. We'll be more than happy to help you.
Might have an announcement.
Go
about
ahead.
that in a couple of days. We
Yeah.
want to keep that
All right.
keep that in the wraps. But
All
there are
right.
some things in the city. But again, also if you have a business now, right now we're getting our reps and we're doing those things. But when I look at when we stream on Dim Media Group, when we stream the state championship, and we multiple games, the numbers that came up were great. The rain, even the regular season games. If you want to see games that get to 10 to 20,000 unique views. We are looking for sponsorship opportunities. These things do cost money, the equipment, the different things. So again, if you would like to be a part of making this making this better, please make sure you hit us up with the information. But the biggest thing that you can do if you're on this right now, a like, a comment, and a share would do wonders. And again, it'll put these young ladies in great positions to be able to let their talent be seen.
And of course, the subscriptions, because you see, what the numbers tell us is that we're doing something good and that you appreciate what we're doing, and it gives us that fillip to keep moving forward.
Yes, sir. So.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the partnership. And we're out. Until next time.